Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am the Mystical Intuitive, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like and comment. Let me know what you think of the video, and if you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. So today's reading is all about when, where, and how you will meet your future spouse. So for pile 1, we have the Carnelian stone. For pile 2, we have the Moonstone. And for pile 3, we have the Lapis Lazuli stone. So pick one of these three piles, and then I will see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, the Carnelian stone. This is your reading. We're looking at who your future spouse. We're looking at when, where, and how you will meet your future spouse. Okay, pile 1. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, let me know what you think of the video. And if you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Okay. So for pile 1, how will they meet their future spouse, and when and where? Show me. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. You know, this energy gives me almost, this card almost gives me the energy. It's like, maybe you're not supposed to know, which is not like a nice thing to hear if if you clicked on this reading, but I will do my best. I'm sure I will get like some specifics, but maybe Spirit is like wanting to tell you, you know, you might be too focused on the when, where, and how you're going to meet this person, and Spirit is just like saying to you, you know, you need to go with the flow and let it happen to you. You're going to meet this person when you were supposed to meet this person, basically, and not to worry as much, because maybe it's even blocking this person. I feel like you're going to meet this person like very unexpectedly, like when you least expect it, and of course it's very much a cliche, but it's true. Yeah, so you're just and I feel like also in the place that you're going to meet them, it might be a bit not what you would have expected, basically. With the Two of Swords, I feel like with the Two of Swords as well, you might not notice them when you first see them, because with the Two of Swords, the person in the original Waite is like blindfolded. She's not seeing anything, so you might not notice this person. They might be noticing you first, actually, and they might be observing you, but it could also be for some of you, they might be already in your vicinity, but you just haven't seen them. So that makes me think that you're just going to meet them maybe at like university or school or work or the gym, like some public place where you are, and yeah, you might not see them right away. Like maybe even like a restaurant, or could be at a club or a bar. It's like this person is going to see you from afar and notice you. I also get something about your hair, like they're going to notice your hair, maybe your color, the length, or the hairstyle. There's something about your hair that they really like. And your eyes, yeah. And it might not be someone who you would expect to meet or get the opportunity to date. Yeah, it's like you're caught off guard when you meet this person. You're not ready, so you might be in a hurry. You might be, you know, meeting them when you're I don't know, maybe just going for your walk, maybe walking out your dog, and you're like in your sweatshirt. You just put on some clothes quickly, and that's when you meet them. It's like you're caught off guard, basically. And we also have the Three of Wands. Interesting. So for some of you, you might be meeting this person when you are traveling, and it doesn't have to be long distance traveling or traveling for a vacation. It could be that you're going through to a different city within your country. That might be even very close. Maybe you're going to out with your friends in a different city, to a club or to a restaurant, or maybe you have to be there for work. There might be some distance that you have to travel. Could also be that this person maybe has to travel to your place as well. Yeah, it's like with the Three of Wands, it's also like this person is watching you from afar. You know, they're almost waiting for the right opportunity to approach you, basically, as well. This person might be different from you. Yeah, for some of you, you could meet this person when you are in a different country. Yeah. And it could be also that you are maybe in the same country that you are, but there's maybe you are in a place where a different culture is very present. So it could be just as simple as maybe like a restaurant with that has like ethnic food or something like that. Yeah, or different food from the national food that you of the country that you live in, basically. Yeah. Okay, we also have here the King of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this person is gonna be first, like, emotionally invested or have like a crush on you or feelings on you. I feel like they're definitely gonna notice you first. Basically, I feel like this person, when you meet them, is gonna be very kind and gentle with you, very understanding. It's not like they will have like a very arrogant or flirty or cocky attitude towards you. I feel like they're going to be very sweet towards you. I feel like you're going to notice that you affect them emotionally, basically. Like you're going to notice that they have some sort of soft spot for you. With the King of Cups. Yeah. For some of them, they might be, you know, they might be getting nervous when you first meet. Yeah, they might be also a bit vulnerable, but we'll see. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. So some of you, you're going to meet this person once you have like you're getting a new job. You're maybe already working, but you're just going to move to a different job as well, or maybe if you're still like in school, it might be like your first job after university or high school. Yeah, so that might be a time when you will meet this person, or it could also be around the time that you will get like a raise. Yeah. So it might be, yeah, you might be meet this person through work. For some of you, you might get introduced by your to your future spouse by this King of Cups type of figure. It might be like a man or a woman with more masculine energy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. How will pile one meet their future spouse? How will pile one meet their future spouse? How will pile one meet their future spouse? Show me. Like if you are at work, I see you like staying maybe past office hours and they happen to be there as well, and maybe you have some issue and they will help you with that, like maybe, and that's how you sort of get to know each other. Yeah. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it might be also at a time when you experience some financial difficulty or just a bit of ups and downs. You know, you're struggling to make ends meet. Maybe things might be a bit tight financially, and then you're getting this new financial opportunity. There's something like an upgrade in your finances here with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so maybe that's when your finances are just starting to look up, basically. But yeah, so you might be, when you meet them, you might be, you know, having difficulties financially, and then you got like a new job, and then things are starting to look up. So it's around that time. Okay, we also have the Hangman. Yeah, this person is gonna notice you before you notice them, because the Hangman is also always the card for me of like a crush, of watching someone from afar, maybe like feeling like the other person's not interested. It's like the card of unrequited love. It's because the Hangman is just hanging there, just being passive, waiting. So this person might be just watching you. They might not know whether you would be interested in them. So I feel like you, like this person is gonna know you before you first meet. Basically, that's the energy that I'm getting. Like they'll watch you from afar, and then there's something that an opportunity for you to meet or to interact. Yeah. Okay. And we also have the Fool. Okay. So with the Fool here, it's like this person might have felt after a while that they waited enough, and then they might just approach you. It could be also online. They might see your photos a lot and just DM you as well. But I feel like this energy is like your future spouse will watch you for a while. You're not going to know who they are. You're not going to notice them. And then they will muster up the courage to approach you. They're going to take the risk here with the Fool card. And yeah, they're going to approach you and maybe have a talk with you. And it might not be, I don't get like that it is in like flirty ways. Like they will approach you to ask you out on a date. It's more like they see you struggling with something, or there's like this opportunity for them to, or an excuse for them to talk to you. Maybe like you need help or something, and they're like, they see you struggling, and then they're just gonna muster up the courage and approach you, and then they're gonna be like, hey, do you need help or whatever. Yeah. So what else for pile 1? How, when, and where are they gonna meet their future spouse? Show me. So for some of you, it's when you are when you will move out of the house that you live in with your parents or maybe another family member. We have here the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, this person feels like there are some barriers, some obstacles to get to you. Like they're hesitant to approach you. So they're not gonna interact with you the first time they see you, you know, basically. And it might be even that, you know, after a while that they've, you know, after a while they your future spouse is watching you, you might notice that they like you. But I still see for some time that you're not really going to interact with them. You have here as well the 8 of Swords. Yeah, they're very nervous. I don't know what it is. Maybe they have had their heart broken, or they're just scared of rejection, or they might think that, you know, there's too many differences between the both of you. But yeah, they're nervous to approach you. We also have the 6 of Wands. And I feel like as well that this person is going to try to get your attention as well. Maybe with the 6 of Wands, go to the places that you are. So maybe they see you sitting always at some place, you know, then they're going to start going there as well. Or they might, you know, sit next to you with a friend group, and then they're starting to try to be funny and make jokes that you will hear them, you know, maybe they will talk louder, or maybe, yeah. So they want to get your attention, basically. And we also have here the Page of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you, they might approach you online. So what I'm getting is that this person might see you in real life, and then, you know, like maybe a colleague or whatever, or in a club, and then they're gonna look for you online and maybe befriend you online, and then you guys will start talking online, basically. That's also like a possibility. Yeah, so there's maybe like a combination of real world interaction and online. Yeah, because they might feel like, you know, that there's no opportunity to talk to you, but they maybe know your name, and then they will look for you online. Okay, so when are you going to meet your future spouse? When are you going to meet your future spouse? For pile 1, when are they going to meet their future spouse? Death card, yeah. When there's an ending in your life, like some a very strong cycle. Yeah, so we also have here the Six of Pentacles, so it's definitely in a time where you maybe need like financial help or financial assistance, like you're struggling a bit financially, but it's just around the time that things are starting to go better. So maybe you're getting, I don't know, benefits or a raise or a new job that's paying better. I don't know what it is, but there's like help financially coming in. There's changes in your finances that are going to come in. And we have the King of Swords. So again, there's a male figure here. So it might be that you will meet like a man who will become your friend, and you know, your future spouse is like a friend of this man. That could be the case. Like there might be someone who will introduce you, like your future spouse. Yeah. Okay, what else? When is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? Show me. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely people involved. There might be, like, I see a lot of people around you. It might be like a social event as well. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so Ten of Pentacles is family, you know. So it might be when you're going out of your family home. Yeah, because we also have the Eight of Cups next to it. So it's like leaving family. So maybe it could also be like maybe you don't live in the same house as your family, but maybe you live in the same city that you grew up in, or you live in the same city as your family, and it's when you move out of that city, or maybe even the country that you grew up in. Yeah, but there's something about you leaving behind family and experiencing some difficulties financially and things, and then you get like an opportunity to make more money, basically, and that's when you will meet this person. The High Priestess. So for some of you, you guys are also journaling or manifesting, or this is maybe like a sign from spirit to start doing that, because I do feel like you have a hand in when this person is going to come in. It's not like there's like a timeline that I can give you, like it's, oh, you're gonna meet them in like a year. It's really up to you, basically, because it might be that spirit wants you to first be financially stable before you meet this person, and I do feel like you have a hand in when this person can come in. Like you can manifest this person if you are, yeah. So the High Priestess is a very spiritual woman, and don't think about the gender. This is, you can be this way if you are a man as well, or non-binary, but the High Priestess is a very spiritual woman, very wise, and yeah, she definitely, like the Magician, is very good at like the law of attraction. So you can, you know, definitely attract your future spouse, and you have a hand in when they come in. So what else? When, where, and how will pile 1 meet their future spouse? So for some of you, what I'm also getting is that when you meet this person, like this person might be still going through a divorce. That's for a small percentage of you, like a few people. It's not for everyone, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, we have the Hierophant, so the High Priest, Hierophant, yeah, so that's marriage, so they might be going through divorce. Eight of Wands, yeah, that's traveling, so traveling might be involved here as well. The Emperor, so it might be also when you are moving away to a different city, different country. And the Emperor, yeah, the Emperor is a boss, so I'm getting like maybe your boss might be connected to you meeting this person, your supervisor, or it's when you will get like a new supervisor. It might be that you work at the same company and you're not going to get like a new job, but it's when you get like a new supervisor or a new boss. So that might be also an indication as to when you are going to meet this person. Okay, when is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? When, where, and how? Shown. Libra, so it can be in Libra season. It can be also around the time that you are going through a court case as well, when you hear like the final ruling of it. Maybe you are the one who's currently going through a divorce, and maybe like a custody battle. We also have here Chiron and Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn is also the about work and yeah, your stability. So, and it's next to Chiron, so there might be some difficulties, some issues there when you are experiencing like issues in your work or your finances. Yeah. Could also be in Capricorn season. When, where, and how will pile 1 meet their future spouse? Yeah, a challenging situation. When you are going, I think it's when you're going through a bit of a tough time. Yeah, and I feel like it's also around the time when you are going to meet new people. Like your network is, your social life is going to expand. Basically, you're going to meet new people at the time that, and make new friends at the time that you will meet your future spouse. Okay, what else for pile 1? When, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? Deserving, the fast universe. Yeah, so there's divine timing at play, and it's when you feel deserving of this love that wants to come, and that's when you can attract this person. So you might have some issues with self-love, of maybe not feeling like you deserve love. And yeah, this is definitely a group where you need to really manifest this person and raise your vibrations. When, where, and how will pile 1 meet their future spouse? A creative endeavor. Okay. So maybe it's around the time where you're starting to learn a new instrument, or maybe starting to paint or draw or whatever. And maybe you're doing photography, you may be doing something creative, maybe like a business in that area, maybe like maybe you're self-employed and you have your own business in that area. Letting go, yeah, you're definitely letting go of something, like a difficult period. I feel like a very draining period in your life. What else for pile 1? When, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? On track, yeah. So you're maybe worried that it's too late, that you're not going to find someone. You feel like you're too old or whatever, or it's never going to happen. But Spirit is saying you are on track. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. There's enough time. You are exactly where you're supposed to be on your life path. You are on track to meeting this person. I feel like it's probably like guaranteed that you're going to meet this person, but based on your vibrations and your own work and your manifesting abilities, it's going to differ on when you're going to meet this person, but you're on track to meeting this person. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely a bit closed off, I feel like, from love. So that may be like a blockage as well. Maybe try to do some heart chakra healing as well. And we have here the Muse. So again, like a very creative card. So maybe that is something that can help you with opening up and healing your heart chakra. Yeah, I'm also getting that, you know, that you're going to meet this person around a very emotionally difficult time, basically. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile one. I hope it resonated. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile two, the beautiful Moonstone. This is your reading. We're looking at when, where, and how you will meet your future spouse. So for pile two, when are they going to meet their future spouse? How are they going to meet their future spouse? And where are they going to meet their future spouse? And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video and comment. Let me know what you think of the video. And of course, if you want a private reading, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Okay, for pile two, when, where, and how are they going to meet their future spouse? Show me. Okay. Oh, the 10 of Wands. Well, it might be around a time where you're very stressed. There's a lot going on. That can be, that doesn't have to be something that's bad. It might be like you're moving and you're in the middle of, you know, unpacking and painting the house and getting new furniture. Or it's around a time where you're writing your thesis or something, or doing like your PhD thesis. I don't know. But it's around a time where you're very stressed. You have a lot of workload going on. Maybe you're taking care of a lot of people as well. Maybe you're taking care financially and physically of like a loved one. Maybe they need some care as well. But there's a lot of responsibility around that time. That can also mean maybe like a job promotion. Maybe you're getting more responsibilities at work. Yeah, it can also be around a time where you're just feeling a bit, you know, tired. Okay. We also have the Hierophant. Yeah, so you might be getting more responsibilities within an institution. So it might be at the place that you work in. Maybe you work in a hospital, or for a company, or some other financial institution or university. I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe it's when you're in school. So you might meet this person when you are graduating, or when you are still in school, you know, doing courses. So you're definitely going to meet like within like some sort of formal establishment, you know, a bank, a hospital, a university, a company, city hall, whatever. Like it's somewhere. It's definitely like in a building, and it's a very formal event. It could also be a wedding. It could also be literally church. You know, it is the Hierophant. So that's where you're going to meet this person. You're not going to meet this person at a bar or at like a restaurant or some social event. It's like a very formal setting. That's where you're going to meet this person, basically, and in a very traditional way. So this for me rules social media out as well. I don't think it's like this person is going to slip into your DMs or something. That's not how you're going to meet this person. You're not going to meet them on a dating app. Yeah, so it's definitely like in a more traditional way, in a more organic way, if that makes sense. We also have here the 5 of Wands. Okay, it might be that you meet this person in like a winter months as well. So December, January, somewhere like it's cold. It could also be that you're going on vacation to a very cold country, or maybe you have like a mini trip, a day trip. It could be that you're literally snowboarding or skiing or whatever, and that's where you will meet this person. Yeah, but you're definitely like physically, you might be not feeling well. You might experience some health issues as well here with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. I don't see like very serious health issues. It might just be that you feel you know, fatigue or whatever, when you will meet this person. Could also be in a time where you feel a bit lonely. You feel maybe you have been left out in the cold by other people around you. You feel like other people don't understand you. You know, it could be because you just moved to a new city and you don't know anyone around. So that's maybe also something that you're going through here with the Five of Pentacles. It could also be that you're experiencing financial difficulties as well here with the Five of Pentacles. You know, yeah, you could literally meet in the hospital because we have the Hierophant next to the Five of Pentacles. You know, the Five of Pentacles is about sick people, and then the Hierophant is institutions, which can encompass like hospitals. So yeah. You also have here the Ace of Wands. I'm hearing as well, like for some of you, you've already met your future spouse. So with the Ace of Wands here, I feel like your future spouse is instantly going to be attracted to you. Like just instant passion from their side, and it's probably going to be that way from your side as well. But I'm strongly feeling like your future spouse is really going to be very attracted to you, and I feel like they're going to be very excited about around you, and very energetic and very giddy as well. Like whenever they see you, you know, you can see that they light up and that they're excited. They're very enthusiastic around you, basically very smiley as well, very warm. And they might, you know, express that they're attracted to you right away. This might be someone who just will go up to you and flirt with you and express that they find you attractive. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna shuffle some more. So for pile 2, how, when, and where will they meet their future spouse? Show me. We have here the Four of Swords. Yeah. So you might be healing from something. Like it could be as small as like the cold or something like that. You might be healing from something. We also have here the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. And the Empress. Okay. So it might be, and I'm sorry that I have to say this, but it might be around a time when someone close to you might be sick. That is also a possibility. It might be that it's around the time when you have to visit the hospital for something, maybe to visit someone you know that's there, or it could be like maybe some sort of test or some sort of checkup. It doesn't have to be anything serious, but that might be an indication. It could also be, yeah, especially if you're a woman, it's something to do with your reproductive organs, basically your ovaries, because we do have the Empress here. Yeah. Okay. And then what I'm also getting is maybe it's like you're buying a new car, or you're buying a new house, or you're renting a new apartment. I don't know, but it's like there's like an upgrade in that area. That's when you maybe will meet this person. Yeah, definitely. For some of you, if you live like in a small city, you might meet this person in like a big city, because this card is giving me like big city energy vibes, you know. Yeah. You could meet this person as well when you are out as well in nature, because this card is giving me like a very peaceful energy. Yeah, she's also sitting in nature, so you might be somewhere in nature, maybe at the beach. Maybe you're like in a park in front of like a building that's maybe, I don't know, like some formal institution. That's how you will meet them, like maybe outside in a park. Okay. What else? How will pile 2 meet their future spouse? How will pile 2 meet their future spouse? Show me. This card wants to come out. The Lovers. Okay. The Page of Swords, the Star, and the Temperance. Yeah, this is definitely giving me the energy that your person is just going to notice you. You're the star. You're very attractive to this person. And they're just going to approach you here with the Page of Swords. They're just going to strike up a conversation. They might ask you for your number or ask you out on a date. I see you having like a conversation when you will first meet this person. It's not like you guys will see each other from afar. I feel like this person is going to initiate the conversation. This is definitely where you guys will be both like attracted to each other instantly with the Lovers card, and there's definitely like you guys feel pulled towards each other. There's like a mutual interest from both sides, basically. Yeah. And the Temperance, yeah, you might be different from each other. Doesn't have to be for everyone. I feel like this might have been a long time coming, like you've been waiting for a long time for your future spouse to come in, or maybe your future spouse has been waiting for a very long time for you. And I'm just, yeah, seeing again like nature here. This angel is standing in nature, so you might meet in nature as well, but definitely not online. Okay. What else for pile 2? When, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? High Priestess, 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. What I'm also getting is like with the High Priestess is you are going to intuitively feel that you're about to meet your future spouse. And when you've seen them, it's like you're going to know that's your future spouse, but you're going to know intuitively when you will meet this person. I feel like this person makes you a bit nervous when they will first approach you. And they might notice that, so they might, yeah, you know, try to warm you up. But I definitely see you starting dating right away here with the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Let's ask, like, when you're going to meet this person. When is pile 2 going to meet their future spouse? When? 3 of Wands. I'm getting like 3 years from this. I don't know why. Because Wands is usually weeks, but I saw 3 years. Yeah, this person is coming. They're coming. So for some of you as well, you're going to meet this person right after you will get you've got your heart broken. So it might be that you meet this person right after a relationship ends, or like a dating situationship like ends, didn't work out, and you were hurt, and that's when you might meet this person. We have the Emperor as well. We have the World card. Yeah, there's a lot of cards of maybe differences between the both of you. Maybe from different worlds. Could also be that you're going to meet this person right after like a vacation in a different country. Yeah. Okay. So, when, where, and how is pile 2 going to meet their future spouse? Show me. Family. Yeah, there might be something with family, like some sort of family emergency that's going on in your life. A consciousness of lack. Yeah, you might be feeling very down, and you might be feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be at financially, or you might be experiencing some financial difficulties, or you might be just feeling down because, like I said, you've got your heart broken. But it's like at a time when you've lost all hope in love, and that's when this person is gonna come in, I feel like. We have the Courage card. Yeah, this person is definitely going to just come up to you and talk to you and pursue you. The honoring path, yeah, they're gonna really flatter you and flirt with you as well. Yeah, so I just see your person coming up to you and striking up a conversation. Okay. What else? For pile 2, when, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? We have here the Sun. Yeah, you're really going to stand out to this person. It's like they're going to notice you immediately. So it might be in July and August, which is the Leo season. It might be in the month of your birthday, in the zodiac season of where your sun sign is. So if you're the cardinal card, okay. And we have the yin card, intuition, trust, patience. Yeah, see, intuition. So you're gonna know when this person is going to come in. It's like maybe you're gonna have dreams, or I feel like you already know how you are going to meet your future spouse, when and where. It's like Spirit has been sending you messages of that, and yeah. Or you might be watching a lot of pick a card readings, and it's constantly coming up, you know. So I feel like you already know. You have Pisces, yeah, you're very intuitive. You could also meet in Pisces season, yeah. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, pile 2. Actually, I want to do these cards. Don't click away yet. Okay, so for pile 2, when, where, and how are they going to meet their future spouse? September, okay, so you can meet in September. Okay, we have here pig, beware of greed. We have here broken wishbone, wish will not be granted, okay. And we have here unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So it might be also around the time where your intuition is becoming stronger. It might be around the time when you are starting up a new spiritual practice. Maybe you're doing tarot, maybe you have your own channel, maybe you're starting to meditate daily, or I don't know, it's when you're becoming more spiritual. Maybe you're more interested in it, or you're reading a lot more books about it. Yeah. What else? For pile 2, when will they meet their future spouse? Okay, so July is coming up again. So for some of you, you might actually have just met them. That's what I'm getting. This is a pile where people might actually already know their future spouse. With your nest, an emotional, secure, loving family is important to you. Yeah, what I'm also getting is like there might be like a pregnancy scare going around that time, or maybe it's you're gonna meet this person when you like when you want to have kids. It's like you know, sometimes you really get the desire to have children, and I feel like that's where you're at when you meet this person. It's like you really want to have children, and you're seeing other people with children, you're constantly thinking about it. Yeah, that's when you're going to meet them. And here we have candle. You will be shown the way. Yeah. Your guides are really guiding you to this person, so that's really great. Okay, that's it, pile 2. I hope it resonated. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And of course, if you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. Okay, pile 3, the Lapis Lazuli stone. This is your reading. We're looking at when, where, and how you will meet your future spouse. So, for pile 3, when, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? Show me. So, for pile 3, yeah, show me. Oh, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, like it, and Let me know what you think of the reading. Please comment. And of course, if you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Okay, for pile 3, how, when, and where are they going to meet their future spouse? Okay, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So for some of you, around this time, you might be volunteering for at a charity, or you might be joining something in your community, like some sort of group as well. It might be, yeah, where you're helping people. What I'm also getting is maybe this person, when you will meet, is not going to help you with something. It can be as small as maybe you asking them for the way to somewhere, and they're helping you with that. Or maybe at work you're not understanding something, or you maybe need help with copying something or printing something, and they're going to be there to help you. But this person might help you in some sort of way. Okay, we also have the 9 of Swords. What I'm also getting with the 6 of Pentacles is maybe that you will meet this person at a time where you're getting help from someone. It might be from the government, you might be getting financial aid, or maybe like a family member will help you, or maybe you are helping someone else. Maybe you are taking care of a family member. It might also be at a time where you're getting like a raise, you're getting more income. Yeah, maybe a promotion or something like that. And you know, you might be meeting this person at a time where you feel a bit anxious, maybe a bit low, maybe even depressed. It's like you're a bit in a negative time in your life. Maybe you feel a bit alone, maybe you feel a bit isolated. Yeah, that's maybe also as well. That's what's going on. Maybe when you meet your future spouse, we also have here the Hanged Man. I feel like you've been waiting for a very long time. It's like you're a bit sick of waiting for your future spouse to come in. You're definitely maybe getting worried that you might not meet them, or you're definitely maybe in a more pessimistic mindset maybe. And also it's around a time when you're maybe feeling like you're sacrificing a lot, or you're maybe in a self-sacrificial position in life. It could be that you feel like you're giving a lot in your work and you're not getting reciprocated, you know. Maybe you're not getting appreciated enough. Yeah, and I feel like you're at a time where you're surrendering everything to the universe. It's like you're letting go of the worry and the stress. It's like enforcing things. It's like I feel like for some of you, you've made peace with yourself and your love life. It's like, you know, if I meet someone, it's great. If I don't meet someone, it's also great, you know. That's, I feel like, the mindset that you're going to be in. It's like I don't need anything. You know, it's like you surrender. And we also have here the King of Wands. Okay, so this person is going to be really attracted to you. I feel like they're going to be very confident towards you, so they will be likely coming up to you or pursuing you. They're very charming as well. And this person is like the complete opposite of you. They're very optimistic and very sure of themselves. I'm not saying that you are, but I feel like with the 9 of Swords here, you're just going to be in that, it's just going to be in that mindset at that time. It's not that you're usually not confident. You guys are all different in pile 3. But I feel like when it comes to love especially, it's like you have the most optimistic outlook on it. But this person is completely different. It's like they're very optimistic about love. They're charming. They're confident. Yeah. And they're definitely like taking control of the dating process. So they, like I said, they will be pursuing you. And what I'm also getting is like this person is going to ask you a lot of questions as well. They're going to show a lot of interest in you. It's like they will constantly strike up a conversation with you. I don't get like maybe that after the first meeting they're going to ask you out, but it's more so that they're going to show you consistently after each meeting that that they like you, that they're interested in you by, you know, giving you attention and asking you questions about who you are, and you know, and just curious about you. They're very curious about you. So when, where, and how will pile 3 meet their future spouse? When, where, and how will pile 3 meet their future spouse? Show me. We have here the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you might not be open to love. You might reject this person because you might think that they're a bit too slick, you know. And you might think that they're a player or not serious. You're in the Queen of Swords energy. It's like you have no time for any BS. You have very high standards. You have your boundaries, and you're not gonna let anyone cross those. I feel like you're in a very independent headspace as well. It's like yeah, you can take care of yourself, and I feel like as well you're done with the games. You just want honesty, you know. You want yeah, you just want the truth from people. You don't like games anymore. And we have the King of Cups as well. So this person, like, what I'm seeing is that you guys are first going to get to know each other by just talking. It doesn't, there's no pressure of being intimate or dating. It's just you guys are going to get to know each other, and you guys might strike up, or you guys might have like a very deep personal conversation at the first meeting here, because I feel like you're very straightforward, very blunt, and you might not be that way, but I feel like when you will meet your future spouse, it's like you're in this mindset of, you know, I'm done with the games, I'm just gonna be honest, you know, this is what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for games. And I feel like your person, your future spouse, is really gonna appreciate that. They're really gonna think that you are like a breath of fresh air. They are going to like your directness, that you challenge them as well. They like your personality as well. You're very strong. You have a very strong personality. Yeah, but I feel like they're also going to be very empathetic towards you, and maybe about the struggles that you might share with them. Very supportive. Yeah, for some of you, this person might. For them, it might be love at first sight. Yeah, I feel like they are definitely going to fall for you first before you will fall for them. You have your Knight of Swords. And we have here the 6 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you might be a bit, you know, you have your guard up because of past experiences. And like I said, I feel like you're going to be very like direct and very straightforward with them. And I feel like this person is also going to be someone who's very honest and direct. I feel like, and I feel like they are going to appreciate it that you are that way as well. So tell me, how is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? How is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? We have the Justice card. We have the Hierophant, we have the 6 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Swords. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So for some of you, you might be actually coming out of a marriage or a long-term relationship, and it might be that's why you're a bit pessimistic or a bit done with love at the time that you meet your future spouse. You might be also going maybe through some sort of court battle with someone, maybe a custody battle. And I feel like if that's the case, I feel like a lot of you are going to win here with the 6 of Wands. Yeah, so that may be also when you're going to meet your future spouse, when you win like some sort of case. I feel like you're going to meet this person when you are very financially set up. I don't see financial difficulties. Like with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's like you've made your investments, you've grown your savings basically. You've made money, and you're comfortable now. Like your bills are paid, you have money in your savings. You have the money to do what you need and want in life, basically. Second, a time when you're getting like rewards in your career, like maybe like a promotion, or yeah, it's like a very fruitful financial, you will be in a very fruitful financial situation, and it might be also here with the Ten of Swords, around a time when you feel like betrayed by someone. It could be like an ex-partner, it could be maybe by a friend, like you feel backstabbed as well, and you might be turning to religion or spirituality to get you out of this difficult time. It might be that, yeah, you're getting more religious or spiritual, or you will practice some new religion or spirituality. So when will pile 3 meet the future spouse? Ooh. You know, these cards didn't really tell me how you're gonna meet. They wanted to tell me more so when. So I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna ask again how. So show me for pile 3, when are they gonna meet their future spouse? Five of Cups, yeah. It's after a situation where you're grieving someone, maybe like I said, in a relationship that might be ending. So if you're in a relationship right now, you know, there might be, I'm sorry to tell you, but there might be a chance that it's going to end and you're going to meet someone new. But there's some sort of, you're grieving something. Like I said, it might be a person, a relationship. You also have the Sun. It might be during the summer months as well. We have the Page of Cups. We have here the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're financially secure. It's what, at a time when you are financially secure, and when you're not like living like paycheck to paycheck. So what I'm getting is like maybe a time frame is like, and for everyone it's going to be different, and of course yeah, so the time frame that I'm getting is like 2 years to 5 years, and probably the 5 years is more so for younger people. Yeah. And I feel like you should ask your guides, ask your higher self as well, because I feel like intuitively you can figure out when and how and where you're going to meet your future spouse here with the Page of Cups. I feel like you're very intuitive. I feel like you're also very much a dreamer. Like it's like you dream a lot and fantasize a lot about, you know, marrying and a future spouse, you know, that. And I feel like it's at a time when you feel like you've had some sort of wake-up call in love. You might have been like a hopeless romantic, but when you will meet your person, it's like you're very realistic about love all of a sudden. It's like your attitude about love changes drastically. Okay, let's get you some other cards. So, when, where, and how will pile 3 meet their future spouse? Yeah. So we have 9th house. Yeah, when you're going through like spiritual growth, you might be all of a sudden, you know, changing your beliefs, maybe like your political beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs. It's like there's something different about that when you will meet your future spouse. You have here, it's like your worldview changes. You have your Square, a challenging situation, yeah. So it might be around the time like when you're going through some challenges. We have here Capricorn, ambition. Yeah, so you're very much in a very ambitious headspace. It's like you're very focused on work. It's like you're not really focused on anything else. And you're having success in your work as well. Yeah, and it says also realism. So it's like you are in a very realistic headspace. And we have here Mercury as well. You might be starting to read a lot more, maybe about some very knowledgeable stuff or some, I don't know, some spiritual stuff. We have here conjunction. Yeah, so with the Mercury card, you might be reading more about like the occult. Maybe you're getting into astrology or magic or spell work or whatever. Yeah. Okay. When, where, and how are you gonna meet your future spouse? Let's get some new cards. For pile 3, when, where, and how are they gonna meet their future spouse? I'm hearing you're still young. Don't get worried. You're still young. You still have a lot of time to find someone. And if you have children and you feel like you might not meet someone or someone won't accept them, they will. You will find someone. Don't worry. We have here the honoring path. Yeah, you're definitely like it's definitely at a time when you're very successful in your career. It's like you're going through a promotion or whatever and deserving that. Yeah, it's definitely at a time where you feel like you know your worth, you know what you deserve, and you're not gonna accept anything less. True love. Yeah, so you're definitely very much focused on yourself. You're definitely gonna work at the time that you will meet your future spouse on self-love. That's the energy that you're in. It's like you maybe gone through a bad breakup, and it's like you're evaluating your life. It's like you're done with the games and toxic love, and you're focused on your career. You're focusing on bettering yourself and your financial situation, and you're starting to love yourself. You know, you're coming out of a very difficult time period mentally and emotionally, and you just focus on yourself and loving yourself, and that's when this person is going to come in, because you've done the work. You've said enough to toxicity. You have your peace. Yeah, it's when you're by yourself, you're peaceful. You've got rid of all the toxic people in your life and toxic situations. You've made a very peaceful life for yourself. You're independent, and that's when this person is going to come in. That's a beautiful energy. Okay, what else? For pile 3, when, where, and how are they going to meet their future spouse? We have here the bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Lobster, financial pinch. Yeah. Mice, discord among friends or family. Yeah, it's like you may be cutting off toxic friends or family members as well. 3, affairs with your family. So as well, you might be meeting this person in June season. Yeah, because we had the sun, I believe, earlier, so it might be during summer. Yeah. And I feel like it's when you've had like the solution, when like something that's been really going wrong in your life is going better. So maybe like your finances, and then you're going to meet them when your finances are going up and better, and you're good financially. What else? When, where, and how is pile 3 going to meet your future spouse? Bat, take care. Enemies are working against you. Yeah, you're just cutting people off. Or maybe experiencing some problems with friends and family. We have your wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah, I feel like I said, you're surrendering. You're just giving it to the universe. As to when this person is gonna come in. So for pile 3, When is their future spouse? When, where, and how will they meet their future spouse? Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Yeah, when you've set yourself up, you have like a solid foundation financially, you're independent. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Yeah. And barrel. Yeah. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Okay. So it's definitely at a time where you've grown, you've gone through a spiritual growth. You've set yourself up financially, that's good. You are starting to work on self-love, but you know, you still miss like that partner, and that's when they're gonna come in. And they might be coming in through a friend, or this person, you guys will start out as friends, that could also be the case. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And as always, if you want a private reading, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Okay, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.